right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a Sunday edition to Military History Chronicles. We said last night that if there's going to be an announcement regarding President Biden either dropping out or staying in the race, we would come live. So, yeah, how about that?
That's
News just dropped, within the last, hour or so?
About an hour, yeah.
President Biden has announced that he will no longer try to be reelected. Let's get into this real quick here. I'll read this statement that I already got up here. This comes from the hand of Joe Biden. My fellow Americans, sounds so presidential. Over the past 3.5 years, we have made great progress in the nation. Okay, look, I'm just going to read what he says. I'm not going to break down I'm just going to read what he said. Today, America has the strongest economy in the world. We've made historic investments in rebuilding our nation, in lowering prescription drug costs for seniors, and in expanding affordable health care to a record number of Americans. We provided critically needed care to a million veterans exposed to toxic substances. That was the PACT Act. Mm-hmm. Passed the first gun safety law in 30 years. Appointed a first African-American woman to the Supreme Court, and passed the most significant climate legislation in the history of the world. America has never been better positioned to lead than we are today. I know none of this could have been done without you, the American people. Together, we overcame a once-in-a-century pandemic and the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. We've protected and preserved our democracy, and we've revitalized and strengthened our alliances around the world. It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve you as president. And while it has been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it is in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term. I will speak to the nation later this week in more detail about my decision. For now, let me express my deepest gratitude to all those who have worked so hard to see me re-elected. I want to thank Vice President Kamala Harris for being an extraordinary partner in all this work. And let me express my heartfelt appreciation to the American people for the faith and trust you have placed in me. I believe today, and I always will have, there is nothing America can't do. When we do it together, we just have to remember we are the United States of America. I think, if I'm not mistaken, let's see, I think Trump...
It begins. Never change your stripes, I guess, man. Have we not learned anything?
Anyways, here's what former President Trump, he's probably going to be president. I mean, it's pretty much a given. Crooked Joe Biden was not fit to run our president and is certainly not fit to serve and never was. He only obtained the position of the president by lies, fake news, and not leaving his basement. All those around him, including his doctor and the media, knew that he wasn't capable of being president, and he wasn't. And now, look what he's done to our country. With millions of people coming across the border, totally unchecked and unvetted, many from prisons, mental institutions, record numbers of terrorists, we will suffer greatly because of his presidency. But we will remedy the damage he has done very quickly. Make America great again. Well, that's...
Sounds like 2016 again.
Here we go. This is from Joe Biden's official Twitter.
No, sorry, I wasn't.
My fellow Democrats, I have decided not to accept the nomination and to focus all my energies on my duties as president for the remainder of my term. My very first decision as party nominee back in 2020 was to pick Kamala Harris as my vice president, and it's been the best decision I made. Today, I want to offer my full support and endorsement for Kamala Harris, or for Kamala, to be the nominee of our party this year. Democrats, it's time to come together and beat Trump. Let's do this.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, there we go, guys. There's the official announcements that have come from both President Biden and President Trump.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like we didn't see it coming, but I honestly
I didn't see it happening today. I think you and I, both talked about this. To me, I think the guy My personal opinion, I thought he would be too prideful to even let go of the
Correct.
reins. But
And
you
you
know,
know,
I'm not gonna tell. I'm gonna be the last person telling anybody what to do or how to vote. But if you want to see some real crazy stuff, go ahead and vote for Kamala. I mean,
yeah,
Willie Brown's little ex
yeah.
little partner there.
There, you had to. There were. If they want to use the money that they have already generated, they had to pick Kamala Harris. They had to. Otherwise, all that money, it doesn't disappear. I don't know where it goes. It goes back, but you can't. Yeah, go for it. What's up, Fish and Ship? Good to see you in here, man. Spencer, again, I want to thank you guys all for joining. I know it's Sunday morning, got better things to do than the listen. We'll talk about this crap. But hey, we said we're going to come on when the announcement was made. So, you know, we'll live up to doing here. Yeah, it was the choice had to be Kamala. There was no way.
All right, that should be better.
All right, cool. Oh, were you back a little bit?
Yeah, cool.
But oh yeah, there we go.
A little distracting.
It's all good. But yeah, it had to be Kamala. There was no. You can't put someone else in that and then not be able to use that money because they have to use that money if they want to be serious in this real. And to be honest with you, there's no way. There's no way that what's we got here? That they would have been able to pick someone. Let me see what we got here.
I'm seeing some post here that says "Return of the Queen." It's got a picture of Hillary.
No.
They've already chosen who they got there. So,
according to CNN, President Joe Biden told senior members of his campaign his decision to drop out only minutes before the letter was posted to X, throwing the campaign into chaos. Well, there you go. Sounds like it was kind of, what's up, Rox? Good to see you, man.
Hold on a second. So the White House secretary came out and said Biden absolutely not considering stepping down, and then moments later he posts that. Interesting.
Well, that's what he's saying. He didn't let people know what was going on.
He must be in a, you know what? Maybe he's really in a bad way.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe he's. I mean, honestly, come on. Let's talk about this real quick, guys. Let's take out the assassination plot. Take out, whether Biden was going to. Come on, Trump was going to win. He was going to win.
Right.
He had the momentum, but Trump has the momentum, and it was going to be an uphill battle for Biden to be able to try to squeak out a victory. Look, is it not impossible? Sure. Look, there is just as many people who would not vote for Trump because they don't like him as there is that would vote for him because they like him. So there is definitely a segment of the population out there that are willing to vote for someone else other than Trump. There is such thing as that happening. Hey, don't like Trump, so I'm voting for this person.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's everyone's right in the country, as far as citizens of the country, to cast their vote. I mean, let's think about it. What is the average of the voting population that actually goes out there and votes?
It's mostly older people, isn't it?
It's lucky if it's 40%
Yeah.
of registered voters that actually vote. So
people lost faith in the system. It's largely
to an extent. Yeah, I think there's something to that. And I think it's also, hey, it's taking time out of my day, whatever it may be. It's just, it's kind of, I don't understand it, but it is what it is.
It's not like the military where they ask you, did you vote today? And if you say no, all right, go ahead and drop.
Yeah.
Go ahead and drop, start knocking them out, man.
Yeah, they would give people some time off to go actually out there and vote.
Yeah, they give you a couple hours. To go
exactly, Spencer. 30 to 35% is about the average. 40 is like a large turnout.
Oh, yeah.
40 is a large turnout. Yep. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out.
So, we were talking about how some people, yesterday people would vote for Trump just because he got shot.
Yes, there's a lot of that out there, man.
Now you get people who are going to vote for Kamala just because, well, she's a woman. Oh, she's also a person of color.
You're not wrong. You know what? Yeah. I want to vote for someone, again, we've said this a million times. Your character, your policies, your
Merits.
vision.
Thank you.
Right. Merits. Yeah. What? Merits.
What is merit?
Merit. Woo.
Excuse me? That sounds racist.
Man, that's a bad word, man. That's a bad word, man.
It really is these days,
But
man.
that's what it has to be. Look, if I oppose somebody, no matter who they are, it's not because of what they look like. It's not how they dress. It's about how they've conducted themselves, how they've comported themselves is a good word. What is their idea? Or what is their vision? That is what I vote for.
Yeah, 100%.
And there's nothing. Look, if you're voting for someone, because you're basically judging the book by its cover. That's what you're doing. How can you do that? How can you do that as a vote? Look, because that's what I'm saying. You know, we kind of talked on it. It's like, are you taking that right to vote for granted by doing such a thing?
Yeah, you are 100%. You don't just take it for granted. You're absolutely squandering the whole process.
Yes, and look. I'm not trying to. What's up, Fosse? I'm not trying to get on no high horse. I'm not trying to preach.
By no means.
But there is a lot of people who have died for the right to go vote. A lot of people who have done that.
Spencer, 100%, my friend.
Yes, absolutely, Spencer. Absolutely. Doesn't matter if it's a man, woman, brown, black, red, or blue. Give me someone who is qualified. 100%. Boom. That's all we ask. Is that so hard?
No, it is these days, though.
The problem is both sides, both Democrat and Republican, it's about that blind loyalty. You guys have heard me say it a million times on NorCal, where the blind loyalty to the Giants. You can't sit there and you can't disparage them in any kind of way. Otherwise, you're going to feel the wrath. And it's like absolutely ridiculous. Look, you should be able to go out there. Same thing with anything in life. If something doesn't look right, you should be able to say something.
100%.
And if it's a someone who's in your own party, for example, I'm a registered Republican. Do I like Trump as a candidate? Nope, I don't. Was I going to vote for Biden? Hell no.
It's same.
Exactly. Has my vote changed? No. You know, that I probably have to write in a presidential candidate. That's where I'm leaning right now. That I'm about 99% sure that I'm going to write in.
Gupta.
Char Google. Yeah.
Char Google. Shout out Shardol if you're out there.
What's up, Shardol?
I'm just playing around.
But that's what I'm talking about. There's nothing to say that just because you're a registered Democrat that you can't vote for a Republican, or if you're a Republican, you can't vote for a Democrat, because it's all about what is, again, your vision. What do you want to do? And if it resonates with me, hey, I don't care if you have an R or a D or an I behind your damn name.
Or hell, even an L.
Or even an L, libertarian. Yep, exactly. 100%. I mean, where have we gone? You know, come on, let's think about this, guys. Look, I'm not going to sit in here and like you talking about whether it's a first woman, or if it's the first black, or or if this guy was shot at and there was an attempted assassination. That doesn't garner my vote, guys.
One of the first articles that I read when I woke up actually this morning was about J.D. Vance and the fact that his wife brings color to the Republicans. Because she happens to be Indian. It's like, what does that got to do with anything? Who even asked for that? I didn't ask for that. Like, I don't even care. I don't look at somebody and go, "Oh, you're Indian." Like, is that? I mean, am I the weird one here? Like, exactly. I don't even think about stuff like that. I don't care.
Yep.
Wow. I mean, so you think you're going to win brownie points with that? I mean, and I guess they will with some people.
They will. They will. Absolutely. I mean, you got to look.
Brings color. Isn't that racist in itself by just saying something like that? Did they hear themselves even think or talk? Like,
they don't think that way.
In my personal opinion, that's racist right there. Like, why are you even thinking about that in the first place? Why is that even a thing? Anyways,
let's think about. And you know, you think about the civil rights movement in the 60s.
Right.
A lot of people died, lost their lives trying to bring equality.
Yeah.
And now look where we're at. You know, do you think the ideals of Martin Luther King, let's just use him for example, do you think he would want this division that's happening in the country? He wanted everyone to be at the same table.
Well, that's the thing.
But now we're like, no, you're in that side of the room, I'm on that side of the room, and there's no way I'm meeting you in the middle.
And
no
that, and it goes beyond that too. I mean, he didn't see black and white. It was, you were American.
You're an American. Yes, 100%. Yes.
You know, what happened to that? You know, now you mention that word. Now they consider you to be a patriot and somebody going beyond the pale.
Yeah.
And that's very unfortunate. That goes completely against, and that goes even against the teachings of Malcolm X too. I mean, Malcolm X and Martin Luther. I mean, we have swung so far in a weird direction. You know, who knows how long it would take to put this thing all back. It would take, and you know, here's the thing. You know, we talked about it before.
Catastrophic
event. It would take a massive catastrophe to put this nation back together again.
We said that. We said that. Remember, me, you, and Lois, we had a great discussion. We talked about the you know, what's it going to take to bring this nation together?
And you know what?
The attempted assassination at Trump. Moment. They did, 100%.
They missed it.
They missed it. They totally missed it, and they're still entrenched.
They chose totally martyrdom and Trumpomania over. Hey, you know what? One message combined. Let's get this over with.
That's the wrong direction. Wrong direction.
More division.
It's more. Thank you.
And then you read that Twitter message today, and now he's right back in 2016 mode, man. 100%. Like he's cocky as all hell, and hey, that's cool. And you got the right to be arrogant. You know, everybody should have some kind of arrogance to them.
Right.
But now to go right back to, hey, I'm gonna bash the hell out of you. I mean, can we stop that? That's some childish stuff, dude. Like,
I know,
we don't even call each other names anymore. We're not on the playground.
The guy just announced that he's dropping out of the race, and that's the direction.
And then you're kicking him. You're kicking him in the teeth.
You can't sit there and show some. I understand. Look, I get it. Trump has been attacked vehemently for years. I get it. But look, show some leadership, right? I mean, show some eloquence.
A better message would be like, hey, man, if this has anything to do with, you know, health-related reasons, I wish you all the best.
Yes.
And then just leave it at that.
It's exactly. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Trump's a little bit ticked off because he knew he was going to wipe up Biden. Right.
Oh, you know he wanted to get back at him so bad by just beating him.
Yep. And now that he's missed that opportunity, you know, he's being gone. Vitriolic. Come on. It just gives you the impression of we're gonna elect a mob boss to run the country. That's the feeling I get. You know what I'm saying? It just seems
you're gonna have John Gotti run the world now.
Yeah, it just seems beneath the office of the presidency when you act that way.
You don't need to say
You don't need to do that. You don't.
Not even
and you know what? More people would be like, you know what? I like where he's going. But no. Nope.
Thank you. Spencer 100. Man, I'm really liking what Spencer's got to say today. That's
all right, let's get into this. He said, I've been independent since W's second term. I probably lean more right, but I have voted for Dems. I voted for Barry in his first term. People shouldn't be voting strictly if they have a D or an R. Exactly. It's what I said. 100%. What's up, Rob?
Hey, Rob.
100%. Goes on to say he should have thanked him for his service and give him a little respect. How hard? And thank you, Spencer. How hard is it to do that? Probably would have earned him brownie points, but of course he doesn't do that. That's who he is. 100%. Exactly. That's why I'm saying, guys. Just because someone tried to assassinate him, and I 100% should have never happened. But that tells you the type of person this guy is when he can't sit there and have a little bit of humility. A little bit.
Again, exactly what Spencer said, and say, hey, man, you know, throw in the health thing because obviously he's got COVID, and just leave it at that. Like, have a nice day.
Exactly. Move on.
And go even a step further. I look forward to debating Kamala and the next whatever the hell, and let's move on.
Looking forward to this re-election, you know, but something, you know. but it's just so.
Well, you just got to go. You just can't help himself, man. He's got to go for that right hook and then with the uppercut, just like overhand right with an uppercut, just like Mike Tyson.
And people will, and there's a certain segment of the voting population who will eat that up.
Oh, there's people are going nuts right now. Like, oh my God, yeah, Trump, dude, yeah, that's cool, man.
Exactly, Fossey. We're kind of talking about that a little bit here.
Yeah.
Right now, it's the fight for the middle because people ain't moving off the far left. People ain't moving off the far right.
Exactly.
It's not happening. It's those people. It's that middle ground.
Exactly.
And who is going to win that middle ground? And I said this last night. To be honest with you, you know what would benefit Donald Trump is if he just shuts his mouth.
And
he's his own worst enemy when it comes to that. Own worst enemy.
He turned off so many people by doing what he's doing, what he just did today. I mean, listen to the masses, man. The masses aren't wrong. You know, that's actually a saying from what I believe. There's an actual better saying. There's a quote from, I believe it was either Cicero or even Julius Caesar himself.
Ooh, Cicero.
Who said something about that as well. You listen to the masses because the masses aren't wrong. And we people have been telling Trump for years that your vitriol is what's getting you in trouble. And he still continues on that path. And again, it turns on a certain select group, but that the key word there is select. And when you're trying to win a race, you can't be select. You got to try to win everybody.
Yes. But you know what it is now? What it's come down to, it's all about, oh God. It's about using Farhanian baseball. It's statistics. It's analytics. All you got to do is win 2% in, let's say, Wisconsin. You just got to win 1% in Pennsylvania. You just got to, and I'm just like.
So what exactly that? So he's going there and saying this talking point, and then he's going, boom.
But what it is instead of having a vision that appeals to the nation, you're appealing your message to a certain segment just to win that state to become president. Yeah, you knew.
Farhanian.
It's just.
It's getting a little old.
It is. And that, in 2016, I was pretty pumped up for Trump. I was just because I was like, oh man, someone different. Someone who may actually, I was put off on the way he just acts, but I was like, maybe he's going to bring something new to Washington because it's something they haven't seen before. And in the first term, I was good. Then we started getting into 2020 and all this other stuff. And then actually, I will say it was after his presidency, he just kind of he got even more. It got even more crazy. And I was like, you know what? I don't think I can support this guy anymore. Because
you're in your 70s. This is how you act, like a damn child. And
right.
And then furthermore, not that I'm like anything special, but I have to question your business acumen at this point. If this is how you act in business deals, dude, like how many have you blown up? How many times have you actually failed because of your own damn self?
Yes. And everybody, I mean, you literally have to kiss the ring, if you will, for Mr. Trump. Otherwise, you're exiled, man. You're gone. I mean, I talked about this last time. Go ahead, Will.
I mean, one of my MBA classes was personnel management, and one of the lessons they taught you is don't be like Donald Trump, because and I tell you what, and he keeps saying I'm very presidential. He is the very least thing from presidential.
He's not very presidential.
Presidential is no emotion; it's even keel.
Yep.
I mean, the only time you show emotion is when you're getting ready to slam somebody, and that's about it.
Yep. Good.
And when you slam somebody, you better be fucking right.
100%. Yes. And not just saying it just to say it.
Here's a needle. Here's another needle. No.
Exactly.
Death by 1,000 cuts before anything else.
And it's just. Gosh, I just lost my train of thought. There was something.
I'm sorry, man.
Oh, no, it's all good. And how you could tell that the guy kind of is, I mean, everyone knows he's kind of a loose cannon. I talked about this with you and Lois. Was it Lois might have been there? Yeah, I think it was. The turnaround in his first presidency in his cabinet, it was a revolving door.
Oh man,
that tells me all he wants is yes men. He doesn't want to hear opposing. Sometimes the other voice in the room actually may be the right course of action, but because it's not in line, you're out. I'm bringing someone in that's going to say yes.
So going back to personnel management, if you see a churn rate over about 30% for churn in a normal business, say be it sales or insurance or whatever, 30% is generally accepted churn rate. In other words, you're going to fire those weaker employees. Once you go above that, it's no longer an employee problem. It's a culture problem or it's a you problem.
Imagine that.
Funny, right? And it's funny how that works out.
But that just kind of, it shows. Again, I mean, do I agree with some of what Trump is advocating? Yeah, I agree.
100%. Same here.
100%. The issue at the border, we've talked about this. That's definitely
that's one part I like about him is he's hard on it and cool. Right.
And I'm good with that. Yep. I like that. 100%. What else? Because I think honestly, that's probably the biggest domestic issue. Biggest domestic issue. It's always the economy. Economy is always first and foremost. And there's certain things you can and can't do, but you're gonna have to get support of Congress if you want to push through substantial quote unquote economic, not reforms, but if you want to turn the economy around, one man is going to be hard to be able to do that. Because remember when he first passed his tax cuts, he had to get support of Congress to be able to do that. He's not going to be able to. I don't see it. Again, it's going to depend on where the House goes and where the Senate goes in this election. But even then, there could still be. I mean, the Republicans were able to do that when the Democrats controlled both houses. You could be obstructionist, absolutely. Right. So he's going to have to compromise. The amazing word. If he wants to get anything through. Look, can you get everything that you want through? No, you're going to have there's give and take. You don't fight. Look, you don't fight every battle. You got to pick and choose your battles. And some are more important than others. But I think economy, of course, and immigration, those are your two biggest things. My concern, we talked about a little bit last night, is of his foreign policy. I don't think he's going to have the right confrontation with China. He talks about tariffs. You know what? And there's an episode I want to do.
In an already hurt economy.
You don't do that because everyone knows when you increase tariffs, all it does is they jack up the prices and the consumer gets hurt.
So here's the thing. If we were a producer of a nation, by all means, tariff all you freaking want. Mm-hmm. But we produce absolutely
nothing.
Yes. And it all comes from China or Taiwan.
Yes, exactly. So you got to be able to be producing. You got to produce before you can start throwing tariffs. Otherwise, you're hurting and look, I don't get it. And you know what? There's something. Oh, there is something that I want to talk about. Remember the video I showed you the other day about George W. and what he had to say? Yeah. I want to bring that up because it's absolutely fantastic because he is not wrong. Let me find it here.
But real quick, one thing I haven't heard either one of these guys talk about, and I've heard Biden talk about, but his answer was to throw money at the problem, and that's just not.
Nope.
But his about the homeless situation, we need mental health reform.
Mental health
reform. As 4-year president is reform mental health, and one of those things is, and this sounds like a dirty word now because they stigmatize it and all, but we need to bring back state-run institutions. I mean, that's as simple as that.
Yep.
The majority of people that you see out there on the streets, I don't mean anything, bad by this, but a lot of them don't need to be out there with the rest of us. Some of these guys are really they need some serious help. And the only way they can get that is if they have long-term treatment. If they go to a county hospital, the county hospital can only hold them for a mandatory 2 weeks by court order. And that's
right. It. Exactly. Hey, what's up, Kyle? Thanks
What's
for
going on,
coming
man?
on. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, that is an issue. It's not only just mental health, but it's also drug addiction.
Drugs and
Because-
fentanyl coming across our damn
Oh,
border
it's
because we have open
ridiculous.
borders.
Right. And I think that's going to
Did you
solve.
ever- I don't know about you, but I don't remember of any time in my life where I heard LAX was the biggest drug hub in the world. I thought that was Medellin, freaking Colombia, man. Like, what are we doing? We turn into Pablo Escobar's Colombia all of a sudden?
Pretty much.
Holy smoke, bro.
I mean, I've heard stories, and I've seen articles. I don't know the veracity of them, but a lot of this stuff is manufactured in China,
Yeah.
shipped to Mexico, and then we know what happens from there.
Yep.
It's why not? If you want to try, think about this. If you're a nation, an antagonist, if you will,
Yeah.
what do you try to do? You try to weaken your opponent. And how do you do that?
So,
There's different ways you could do that.
You know what this is the mirror of?
What's that?
The British and the tea. They swapped the tea for opium with the Chinese. They got them hooked on opium. They took their
Oh, that's right.
Remember that? Yeah.
The
Boom.
Chinese absolutely hate the British because of that, because they blame them for their...
They lost, what they call it, a whole lost generation.
The lost generation. Yes. Gosh, man, how did I forget I forgot all about... You're right.
Mirror, man. That's
so think
happening.
about this. So if you weaken the fabric of the society of your opposing opponent, we'll say your opponent. We'll just say that. So how do you do that? Well, first off, you got social media. That's helped. Now you got, get everyone addicted to stuff. I mean, yeah, why not? Because again, I come back. What is going to be the downfall of this country? It's going to come from within. If we allow it to. All right, here, let me bring this up real quick. This is fantastic. A lot of people get on H, or I shouldn't say H, but they get on W because they say he was an imbecile. All right. Listen to this almost 1 minute clip, and you tell me if this guy sounds like he doesn't know what he's talking about. Here we go.
Time. What's interesting about our country, if you study history, is that there are some isms that occasionally pop up. One is isolationism, and its evil twin protectionism, and its evil triplet nativism. So if you study the 20s, for example, there was an American first policy that said, who cares what happens in Europe? Well, what happened in Europe mattered eventually because of World War II. There was Smoot-Hawley, which was a part of an economic policy, which basically said we don't want trade. In other words, let's throw up barriers. And there was an immigration policy that I think during this period argued we had too many Jews and too many Italians, therefore we should have no immigrants. And my point to you is we've been through this kind of period of isolationism, protectionism, nativism. I'm a little concerned that we may be going through the same period of time.
There you go.
Boom.
And by the way, this was recorded in 2011. Some of it kind of rings of truth here in 2024. So quite interesting. Protectionism, nativism, and isolationism. And this is my concern with Donald Trump, because he kind of exemplifies all three of those.
Right.
He wants to be isolationist. He wants to be protectionist by using tariffs, and nativism. Everyone know what nativism is, right? It's where you basically, it's all about, I'm American.
Right.
Nothing else.
Nationalism.
It's a form of nationalism. Exactly. And he tries to stoke that, which is fine. I'm just as much of a proud American as anyone else out there. But it's not to the point to where it's where you don't acknowledge your friends and allies. I wish I couldn't stand. No, you know what? I agree with you, Rox. That's one thing I did not like about W. The Iraq war was, that was, no. You didn't have to look. Going into Afghanistan, I get it. That's where the planning of attacking America took place. So you want to go take care of Afghanistan? I get it. The Iraq thing, that was a mistake. 100%. That was a mistake. But you can't sit there and say that what he said there doesn't hold some value.
Right.
Just like with me with Trump. Yeah. Do I like a lot of things that he the way he acts? No, I don't. But does he have some ideas that I agree with? Absolutely. But unfortunately, we're not willing to just listen to other things. PMG America, F yeah. America. And I absolutely love what Bush did during September 11th.
Yeah.
That was leadership right there. That was leadership, because that was, think about it. That's the first time America's homeland has ever been attacked. And I get goosebumps sometimes thinking about that.
If it weren't for him, remember after the whole thing started, we as Americans, we were beating Muslims in the streets.
Yes.
And it took him to come out and say, hey, no, dude, that's the wrong answer. And he played that one very well.
Yes. 100%.
We're above that. We're American.
Yep.
That was pretty much his message.
I'm just taking a scroll through.
Yeah, I'm going to refresh my news feed real quick.
Yeah, I'm just looking through Twitter, see if anything else. Not a whole lot.
I'm on the dark web over here. I don't see anything really new.
Let's see. Okay, here's a question. This is something we could talk about. Oh, hold on, let me see. Let's see.
They're speculating on who Kamala's VP would be.
That's what I was just going to say. What do you guys think? Yeah, let's hear it from you guys. There's a few people. Like I said, I didn't think there was going to be a lot of people today. But who do you think Harris taps as vice president? It's going to be a political person, 100%. It's going to be a political person.
Yeah, I see
someone from the establishment.
I see one that people keep flashing, and I don't like it either.
I think. Well, I don't know. Because if they know it's a losing ticket, come on. So it may just be a nobody. There's no way they could think that they could pull this out, right? Am I wrong? Or do they think they have some type of fighting chance?
Well, remember, just before this whole thing came out, before Biden relinquished, command, if you will, the Clintons came out and gave him full support. And that was today.
Mm-hmm.
That was today. And he still decided to go another direction. So I don't think it'll be Clinton. I don't think it'll be Hillary.
No. Nope.
Could you see Michelle Obama in this thing?
Nope. I don't. She wants nothing to do with politics.
You can go bury them.
Nope. I don't see it. Man, they're living the life right now, dude. Why would you want to get back into this?
Oh, that's right. They got, 6 mansions? And they even got one out there in Hawaii where everything burned down, but their house survived.
Dude,
interesting.
There's no way. Why? Why would you? Come on. I just don't see it. Hillary?
It'd probably be I don't think it'd be Hillary.
I wouldn't put it past her, but no, I don't think so either.
I don't think it'd be Hillary. Her health is awful as well.
Yeah, right.
I mean, when she was running, almost 10 years ago now. Damn, it's almost been that long. Isn't that crazy?
Former President Bill Clinton and Hillary announced their endorsement for, I'm guessing it's got to be Kamala. Yep.
Yeah. They're going to toe the party line. 100%.
Yep. 100%. Yeah, absolutely.
Let me see. Oh my God.
Who else would be out there, man? I'm trying to think. Because I'm telling you, it's going to be a political person. I just don't know. Would it be another woman?
I'm thinking it will be.
Could be. I know a lot of people have talked about the Michigan governor, Whitmer. I think.
Whitmer, I've seen that name too.
I think there's that. Well, there's the Pennsylvania governor. What's his name? Shapiro. I've heard his name was floating around, but we're talking about like presidential, not VP. Of course, Gavin Newsom. I don't see Gavin Newsom. Maybe would Gavin Newsom come in? Would he pay second fiddle to Kamala?
If it meant more leverage for him in the future, yeah, that's the way that guy acts.
No, I get it, but dude, he's got. You know what though? The reason why I think it might be Newsom is because guess what? If he's the VP, it takes him out of California for 4 years.
Yeah.
And that's going to be important. For the reason why I say that is because then when he runs for president in another 4 years,
there you go.
People can't point to kids. It's the recency bias stuff.
To California.
Exactly. I haven't been governor in 4 years. Why are you pointing out that? You see what I'm saying?
Don't forget, both and no offense to any of you guys who live in the city, but both of these people are products of the city.
Oh, there you go.
And they know each other very well. They're friends.
Yeah, they do. Yes.
They're family. They're not just friends. They're family friends.
Let's not forget, Newsom's aunt is
Nancy Pelosi.
There we go. So it's. But I could see it. I wouldn't put it past him. I don't know if that's going to be him, but I'm just thinking him. It gets him out of California.
I need to call my buddy Ferris. His sister went to Hastings with Kamala Harris. Law school. Yeah.
Interesting.
She has nothing nice. But I already know the answer to that one. She has nothing nice to say about Kamala.
I don't. To be honest with you, I don't see Newsom resonating with the country. People could see that
she would have to lead the way in talking, and he just be some kind of face or whatever the hell.
Maybe he stays out here. He stays out west. He stays out west.
Till the camping. There you go, PMG. That guy is a hound.
What do we got here? No, nothing there.
1-0 top of the first.
Just a bunch of. What's up?
We're getting the score update in the chat from old Kyle.
Oh, how about that? They actually scored one. Did they score more than 3? Let's see that. Let's see if they score more than 3.
I hope Brendan Doyle hits a big old home run today.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, it's Birdsong. We'll see. We'll see how the kid does. It's Colorado. It's his first experience in Colorado.
Against Doyle, Tovar. Okay, have fun, man.
Yeah, and then who's McMahon?
McMahon, yeah, that's another good one.
Yep. Whatever. Did Nolan Jones? What happened to him? Is this
fell off the freaking radar, bro? One of the top prospects for the Indians. Traded him over to the Rockies. He did okay last season. This season, where is he? I don't even know if he's even alive. Who has him on our team?
I don't think anyone has him, dude, because I don't think he's even playing.
Oh, shit. Wow, he did a Spencer Torkelson then, because Spencer was great last season, the last second half, and then now he's in AAA. Yeah. Crazy,
man. That? Yeah, and just a little baseball, man. Be watching the news, man. It's July 21st. We're only 9 days away from the trade deadline.
This is true. Which, if you're in fantasy baseball, maybe Melvin hold off on doing trades for right now until you know what the rosters look like.
They're saying Melvin got tossed before the first pitch was thrown.
What the hell?
What was that all about? Anyone know? Hold on. Is there anything in?
You lose is cool. You know what I forgot to wear yesterday during the July 20th thing was the old Mega Speedmaster Moonwatch.
Yeah.
It was, man.
Oh, it looks like Jorge Soler launched a big one for that first run. 478 feet. Unbelievable.
478 feet?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's what they're saying.
Whoa,
That
that's
pitch was
beautiful.
grooved. That pitch was grooved. That's the type that's the type of pitch that you need to be able to take deep, and he did.
Are we the only team with a DH that hits below 250?
Oh my gosh, I know. Hold on.
Sorry about the Giants talk, guys. Well, you guys come from NorCal Sports Network, so it's all good. Not that we're affiliated with that. Because we ain't.
Let's see, what do we got here? Oh, it's just a link. Hold on, let me see what I got here. Oh, there. Oh, hold on. It's right here. Bob Melvin was ejected right before the game started after appearing to argue with the umpiring crew. What is that?
Oh, check your DMs.
He was taking out the lineup.
Robert Duvall sent you something.
Yeah, I saw it. I was looking at the clip. What the hell, man? You take out the lineup card and you
get ejected.
And you get ejected? That's a first. Anyone else been ejected?
So who's out there right now? Is it Matt Williams taking over?
No, Christensen.
Oh, okay.
Where is?
They'll be fine. They'll probably still lose. It don't matter.
All right, just keep it there. All right. Yeah, I saw that, Robert. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, right on, man.
Much appreciated. Robert, man, he's a dedicated guy. I like him.
No,
Thank
we
you,
got
Robert. Much appreciated. The ump wanted no part of him today. That's what it looked like. He wasn't playing. Get ejected before the first pitch. That is. Whew.
Is there anything better than Sunday baseball? Wake up, it's already going. Well, if you stay up as late as Eric and I do.
Oh my God, dude. I'm a night owl. No,
I am too, man. I don't rack out till about 4:30. So, hey, what's up, Tony?
Thanks, Tony, man. Appreciate it, buddy. Let's see what else we got here real quick.
Yeah, I'm going to refresh my news feed one more time.
Taking a look at the
you know what I'm going to do?
game.
I'm going to look at live UA map and see if any world leaders have said anything.
Yeah, the PM of Poland come out and had an announcement. But as far as the quote unquote axis of dictatorships, I haven't seen anything from them yet.
Yeah, I was just about to check Russia and all that.
And China, Iran.
Oh, they shot down an Apache helicopter in Gaza City.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, it just happened an hour ago.
Interesting.
What the hell?
Interesting.
Damn ads, man.
Yep. Even Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN is cool.
Yep. I love Sunday baseball.
Yeah, he said almost a 500. Yeah, but it's Colorado too, man. You got in Colorado, the crazy things happen, man. Ball flies. Pitchers have a difficult time. It's just that's what it is.
China.
Yeah, exactly. China. Dude,
Got a huge deal for China.
Yeah.
We're about to hear that for 4 years. Hey, you know what? Better than the alternative.
It is, but he isn't going to do nothing.
By almost 300%.
Tell me, what is he going to do with China?
But, here's the other thing, too. And so I would, you know what? Here, I'll go ahead and say it. Prepare yourselves to lose. So here's the thing. One thing I learned about being in the military, and you can probably attest to this, and we actually had a saying in the Army, and I'm going to give it to you right now. Prepare to be disappointed, and you'll never be disappointed in your life. So, in other words, what I'm trying to say is if the other side, and I shouldn't say the other side because that makes things a little too divisional. But let's say Kamala does win. She's only got 4 years. Nobody will vote. I mean, they'll see what she's done to the country. 4 years is not a long time to really damage the country real, to an extreme. Your life would largely stay the same, I would hope. And I think we could all say, in a large part, even with Biden in office, our lives pretty much stay the same. Other than inflation, we're feeling it all in our wallets.
Yes.
But other than that, life still goes on and it still continues. So it's not like a life or death situation. So.
I think what's made the Biden administration or the Biden presidency that much worse is that stupid COVID thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
The COVID thing already put us up in a position of weakness, I guess you could say. And then with the policies that Biden followed up with, just threw fuel on the fire. Yeah. And it was a recipe for disaster. And it all began under Donald Trump. I mean, I didn't like his COVID response in any way, shape, or form.
Not at all.
It started there. You know, I mean, that was listen to this, $3 trillion was added to the deficit under Trump. Biden added another $1.5 trillion. So, I mean, you when you're doing that, you're especially let's say the price that was paid wasn't commensurate with the situation that we went through as a country.
We're going to be eating those. I have no better way to say it, but bullshit PPP loans for here on out.
Yep.
Yeah,
I know, man.
I mean, I heard they want to start trying to claw that money back. And hey, you know what? If I was the government and I was a smart person, I would start auditing and clawing back some of that, because a lot of that stuff was fraudulent as all hell.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, prisoners in the California prison system were
getting $20,000 just for saying they owned a charity.
And guess what? That money is gone. They're never going to get. What are they going to get it back from a prisoner? What are they going to do to them? They're fucking locked up.
Oh, they laundered it, man. They didn't launder it. What they did is they bought a bunch of drugs with it, and now it's all drug money. So there you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Or even better, they bought a non-reportable assets, like, oh, look, here's an Omega watch. So they're buying watches and they're buying cars.
Sending it to their family.
Yeah.
I'm sure their family.
Hey,
there you go, man.
Money laundering.
Yep, 100%. 100%.
That's why I don't buy cards anymore.
And you wonder where people got all the money to buy the drugs? Well, there you go. And you wonder why we had an not just an epidemic with COVID, but you had an epidemic of addiction happened because
during that time period, the suicide rate was the highest it's ever been in this country.
Skyrocketed. Same thing with drug use.
And drug use.
Yeah. No one was working, but yet everyone's buying the drugs.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And then you read, oh, we're out of Adderall. Wait, so if you're taking your medication properly and you actually do have ADHD or ADD, oh, wait, never mind. People are just taking it to take it. So that's what you're really telling me.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right on. You're addicted to meth.
Right. Gosh dang. Anyways, let's
Yeah.
What else? I think we pretty much covered it all.
Yeah, we beat the horse.
I think we did. Nothing new that I've seen. I'm kind of perusing Twitter just to see what's going on.
Yeah. Follow Eric on Twitter, guys, if you want some updates.
Yeah, appreciate that. Master History 23, guys. Give me a follow. I repost a lot of stuff. I try to repost people who know what they're talking about type of stuff. And, I repost occasional other stuff. A lot of trains, a lot of aviation, a lot of military stuff I like to repost. Yeah. So, give me a follow. Master History 23. Check it out. And then
a lot of air shows going on right now.
Next
too,
time.
guys.
What's up?
That's a lot of air shows going on right now, too.
Yep.
Well, off topic, but
what was I going to say?
My bad, bro.
If any other type of breaking news comes out, they got to be announcing a vice president here soon, right? Because when isn't their convention like next month, August, right?
Right. Yeah. It's coming right around the corner, man.
Exactly. Usually they're they're almost back to back. So they're going to have to announce that here soon. Maybe sometime this week. Probably sometime this week that they'll make that announcement. And then maybe we'll go, maybe we'll do a live after that one as well.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Again, thanks for popping in here on a Sunday morning, late Sunday morning, and talking about President Biden's announcement of withdrawing from his reelection. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this all plays out. You bet, Spencer. Again, appreciate the support, guys.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys on the next one. Just again, make sure your notifications are on. Make sure you like, subscribe, and then you will always know when we go live. All right. Thanks, Will. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man. Have a good Sunday, guys.
Have a good one, guys. See you.
Peace.